Thank you, Shraddha.
No,
So if I asked you, let's make it interactive. What are the essential ingredients for your happiness, for our happiness? What are the things if we must focus on for our happiness? Just take 2 minutes to think and put it up on chat box. That's a spiritual realization. And then concepts will emerge which will integrate in our lives. Take 2 minutes, give me ingredients of our happiness. If we want to have a very happy life, what should be the areas of our focus? We all want happy life, but we don't focus on them. And then there is unhappiness. And then when expectation is happiness and there is unhappiness and there is a gap, it creates sadness, grief, stress, which is detrimental for your soul, which is detrimental for having a strong mind. But if we understood what gives us happiness, we would be conducting our life in a way that happiness will be a byproduct. So please start putting up your thoughts on the chat box. Be positive, be stress-free, have patience, be calm. And when we are doing all of this, what is going to happen? Of course, before happiness happens.
yes. Our minds will become strong if we practice all this.
You will become strong. It has a direct impact on our relationships, Deepali. Think about it. Before happiness happens, right? We love these qualities in our best friend, in the person we love, mother, father, brother, sister. These qualities directly impact the quality of relationships you build. Isn't it, Jyotika? We should help others. It gives you again an emotion of feeling good, right? When you help others, in fact, whenever you are giving, it gives you a good feeling about yourself, right? So we are talking about all the positive attributes, right? So, but when can you give? When can you help others? When you are yourself in a position to help. Right?
Yes, sir.
What are the ingredients of help? It could be material. Somebody may require, one second, huh? Somebody may require money. One second, I just have to open the gate. उधर से जाके वो तेरा कुर्सी इधर Yeah, so what are the ingredients of giving? Someone may require your time. Yeah, giving requires. Helping requires what? Helping requires money, your health, and your time. So if you have to help, you should have these three. Yes or no? Yes. So for being happy, we need to have money, relationships, health, right? And time. If you had these four, I mean, you had the freedom to use your time the way you want. You had robust health, physical and emotional. And you had the money. You were in comfort place. And you had fantastic relationships around you, enriching relationships, both in your family and in your professional sphere. And you were a respected person in the society. Tell me, is there anything else needed for happiness? Am I missing anything? Right? So it's simple, no? Spiritual principles are so simple. It's all about time management. And time should be divided to spend for ensuring you have good health, ensuring that you are developing professionally for creating material abundance, and you are having time which are creating enriching relationships. And after these three, you still have some time left for society, for anyone who needs your help, for teaching the way I am, or sharing. I'm not teaching, I'm sharing. I'm sharing my life's experiences of how I became the beneficiary, how I increased my internal reservoir to receive all the goodies from the universe. Right? So, what is the task now, therefore, for being happy? I said first is health. If you have all the money, but you don't have health, will you be happy?
No, sir.
And if you have all the money and good health, and you had a shattered family life, will you be happy?
No, sir.
So that is what is first. Let's get clarity. Okay. Profession is important. Material abundance are important. But there are things that money cannot buy. And those are relationships. Right? That is health. So it is pointless just spending time over money making, money making, money making, money making. And in the process, lose that things money cannot buy. Health. You end up getting hypertension and now you start living on medicines. And you heard of all these very strong looking people who come out of the gym, 2 hours in the gym, they come back and they suddenly collapse. Read about them in the news? So what is the priority? We have to prioritize because there are so many things to do in life. The first priority is health because once you lose it, no amount of money will be able to buy. So how do you get health? Whatever inputs, not just food, what you are watching, what you are listening, how you are treating others. They are all food for the soul. They create your emotional health. Your health is physical health and emotional health. Your thoughts. Your thoughts create emotions, and emotions, right? They can be positive or negative. They can impact your health. Thoughts also create action, right? So you got to control the thoughts. There's technology behind everything. I'm going to give it to you because whatever I do in my personal life, and you get negative thoughts all the time. You got to control them. You got to focus away from them. And you got to plant the positive thoughts in place of these negative thoughts. And that's possible. It because your physical health and emotional health both are important for you to become an absolutely outstanding performer in real life. So health is the first priority. Second is relationships. And I'm not talking about e-relationships of the type on Facebook. Facebook is a different world altogether. In that world, everyone's happy. Or trying to project something they are not. So realize how much time to spend there. Your real time should be spent on physical relationships. First in home. Because 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. is your workplace. And your output and productivity and performance between 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. depends upon the quality of life that you enjoy between 6 p.m. and 9 a.m. You realize how our worlds are interlinked. That's where relationships in the family, absolutely important. Cardinal principles of creating a strong inner world. Because we want to create that mind that you should become a brand. They should say, oh, Deepali, once she decides to do something, she will do it. I'm telling you. That kind of brand image you need to create about yourself. And that kind of person you need to become also. That once it comes in your mind, you're committed to it, it'll get done in the best possible way. Imagine if that's the kind of reputation you have in the corporate world, what kind of money would be coming your way? And in order to build that kind of reputation, you need to create a very strong mind. In order to have a strong mind, a strong inner world, in order to have strong inner world, our focus should be right on our prioritization of our time spent and practicing of positives in our life. It'll create a fantastic leader in you, not just in the corporate world, in the society. Around wherever you go, people will they will ask for your help. You know, I don't know, people tell me, I'm the chairman of my society also. And I've been for the last 15 years. I am associated with my BITS Pilani College, grooming entrepreneurs there. Associated with Jamnalal Bajaj, again, grooming entrepreneurs there, also teaching international marketing there for the last 26 years. Attached to World Trade Center, attached to SPJ, now SVIMS. I don't know how people find out. You end up leading in so many different spheres. And when you are doing that, in fact, this opportunity that came my way, and I want to tell you that this spirituality and corporate management, etc., I have been talking about it within my organizations, within my supplier teams, etc. because ethics and values and corporate governance, because I'm an independent director also. So corporate governance is a big issue. But this is the first time, I got this opportunity to talk to students. And I want to thank Director ma'am and Vaishali ma'am for that. Because when I am talking to students, I am getting different perspectives, which are different from corporate world. Because I have to come down and talk about spirituality in a way that it appeals the students. So far, I've only done with my employees at the factories and suppliers, and my customers also. They are. This is a very latest topic, and people are talking about spirituality quotient, and all these big companies, brands that are gone on to become $1 billion plus brands. So when you are training yourself and practicing the positives, universe sends you opportunities to develop your soul further. It gives you challenges. And you are embarking on a journey which is a continuous evolution. Continuous evolution. After having delivered this course to you all in this domain of students, today, in fact, first time I've included something that you will like. It may not come today, but drawing parallels between music, which we call soulful, right, and corporate management. Part of this presentation. You want to hear it today, or should we do it next time? Are you all there?
We can, yes, sir. So we can do it today.
You want to do it today? Let's see. All can see my screen?
Yes, sir.
You can see the presentation?
No, sir, not yet.
Okay, one second.
Yes, it's visible now.
It's visible now? Okay. First of all, let's quickly, we have time till 11:15, right?
Yes, sir.
So this we had done yesterday. All the positives that the soul likes, right?
Yes, sir.
And then this was one of the principles, spiritual principles that we use in not just life, but also in corporate life, also for accomplishing whatever we want in life. Our inner world creates our outer world. Life management is all about mind management. Okay. So that now let us understand what is mind. What do you understand by mind? Is mind a physical part in the body? It's not a physical part in the body, right?
No, sir.
Brain is. Mind is not a physical part in the body, but mind is our energy, which is created in our inner world. Soul is creating that energy, what we call as mind. Okay. And this soul is the creator of that energy. And this soul loves you when you're creating your new living life positively with positive attributes. And this energy, which is mind, okay, that becomes stronger and stronger and stronger. It's like that engine, that powerful engine. You can become either a Luna, or you can become Maruti 800, or you can become a Mercedes 220, or you can become a locomotive engine, or you can become a rocket, or you can become a satellite. So this engine power is what human engineering is all about. This engine power is mind engineering. And if you understand the concepts, you will be able to build your mind with some fantastic power, and you will go out to accomplish so many things that you would really get surprised that I could do it just the way I feel sometimes. And I told you, when I started business, nobody encouraged me. My mother also cried. My father also said, "Ye pagal ho gaya." But that power in your mind gets you the confidence. You've seen circus. I'm sure you've seen that. If you're not seen physically, because you are from this generation, then you have seen those last show in which they walk on a rope 100 meters above the ground, holding a pole. And the world is watching. The world is watching. And everybody, abhi gira, abhi gira. But this person walked from one side to the other without falling. That's the kind of confidence you get when you get an empowered mind. The world will be saying, "Arey, pagal ho gaya ye, you can't do it." You will say, "No, I can do it," and you'll do it. So let's understand how to build the mind. For that, we have to understand our mind. Okay. So this is what your mind is. Heard about this? Anybody? Has anyone heard about this principle of mind? This is your inner hard disk. This is your computer inside you. The more powerful this becomes, the more powerful you will become in your outside world. And this is where I was referring to Silva method. This is where I remember in one of the lectures I talked about Sir Jose Silva, who was fourth standard pass, was distributing newspapers in the US. And he discovered this power of subconscious mind. That's what made Nick the kind of person he is. You saw that video? And everybody is wondering, how can this person without his hands and legs? The reason is not this part, which is above the water. It is this part. You can see my screen, right, Deepali? Shraddha?
Yes, sir, we can see the screen.
What is this part? Then just stay there, Shraddha. What is this part, Shraddha? And what is this part? Any guesses? Deepali, Preeti, Kalpana, Sayali? Any guesses? What is this?
Sir, can I guess?
Yes, please.
Yeah, the part under the water is what we overthink about, and the part above the water is what's the actual case. I mean, I
No.
don't know if I'm right or wrong. I'm just guessing.
No. Okay. Anyone else wants to take a try? Good, good. Well tried, Dipali. Because thinking helps you learn. I'm proud of you, Dipali, the way you participate in the class. Shraddha too. Preeti, would you like to try? Galat to galat koi baat nahi. I want to see how your mind is right now working. Anyone wants to take a try at what this picture is all about? It is written on the left side.
So I'll say that it's basically like a process. Like the bottom part is like the process of what you think and what you go through, and the upper wala part is actually the success, or the reality, or whatever you get
No.
in the end.
Well tried, but no. You know what? Our mind is like an iceberg. This is the total volume of the iceberg, right? You can see how my mouse is
Yes, sir.
moving, right? But this is the conscious mind. This part of the mind, which is above the water, is the conscious mind. Like if I tell you, if I'm right now speaking to you, right? You agree or you disagree? Yeah? This is the logical part of the mind.
Yes.
You listen to logic, you process, you accept, or you reject, right? That
Right.
is your
Yes.
conscious mind. And this is your subconscious mind. Now, volume wise, this is 90% of your mind, huh? And this is only 10%. Now, I'm giving you a secret or guru mantra or the fact of life which you should use. I have used it, and I use it every day. And that is, get into your subconscious mind's powers. This is 90% of the mind which we don't use. 99.9% of the people don't use the power of subconscious mind. But if you could understand how to harness these powers, that's what will make a very powerful leader, a person who is going on accomplishing things one after the other. You want to get that technology? And I told you, your favorite star, Hrithik Roshan, used to stammer. You can Google it and you can see what he was like. And he went on to become a huge star. And your very favorite, another filmy character. I'm giving examples of filmy characters because you are students, so you love them. Amitabh Bachchan. Do you recall the point in his career graph where he had completely been ruined, lost all the money? You remember that point in his career? He was not even getting films, big production house, everything lost.
Yes, sir. I have heard about it. Like there was a time in his career when he was bankrupt, basically.
Now I'm giving you one more observation you start making around people. Anybody who's super successful at any given time starts getting into wrong practices in life, unethical practices in life. Things like extramarital affairs, fragmented personal life, etc., which starts, you'll see it will impact the professional life in a very big way. Very, very big way. That's spiritual laws in practice. You will see. I can give you so many examples, but I don't want to because this is being recorded, right? आप देखना आपके आसपास कितने भी लोग जहां पे जिंदगी में कुछ भी नेगेटिव प्रैक्टिसेस शुरू हुई, because that's one of the characteristics of goddess Lakshmi. Too much of Lakshmi without Saraswati can be a disaster. You need to have Saraswati along with Lakshmi so that Saraswati tells you how to use Lakshmi. And I see that. I told you I was the chairman of my society. So many people, so many families, cash is just lying around. माँ बाप को पता ही नहीं है कि कैश बच्चे निकाल निकाल के जाके ड्रग्स ले रहे हैं. When people report it to me, I come to know, then I tell the parents, अरे नहीं, उसके पास इतना पैसा आया कहाँ से? मैंने कहा वही कैश जो आप जनरेट करते हो बिजनेस में से, जो आप रखते हो घर में, बच्चों को मालूम है, डुप्लीकेट चाबियां बन गई. Yeah, these are facts. Here's Lakshmi coming in without Saraswati. Complete disaster. All material abundance, but children are in recuperation. They are trying to revive them after abuse of drugs. Now I'm telling, these are the spiritual laws in place. So therefore, you should be really lucky, considering yourself lucky that you are learning these at such an early age. But this is the mind technology that we are going to now understand. To become a powerful mind, we have to understand that our mind has two parts. One is the conscious part, which is the logical part, and one is the subconscious part. It is a subjective part. Your logical mind, which is the conscious mind, has power to accept and power to reject. And do you know, your subconscious mind does not have power to reject. Now, how is it used in the corporate? This is again a spiritual principle of mind. This your subconscious mind, which is 90% of your mind, does not have power to reject. And that's the reason these advertisers, they keep throwing at you the content through visual means, through audio means, through sensory means, if it's a fragrance. And your conscious mind is just like a sponge. It keeps on absorbing that information in the form of files. You don't even realize. But suddenly when you're doing window shopping and you see the product which the subconscious mind has absorbed information on, it suddenly extracts that file. And a sudden impulse purchase happens. And sometimes you come back and say, "Arey yaar, dekh kharid liya." We discussed that, right? I didn't really need it. But it's okay. That's how marketers, and you're all on MBA campuses, that's how marketers use the power of subconscious mind to connect with consumers. Music is one of the ways to connect with consumers. Jingles and all that, they're very important. Right? Your brand ambassadors, your logos, quick recall. Why? Because they go into the subconscious mind. Mind loves pictures. So they talk in pictures. Now imagine if your soul was shattered and your mind was also shattered, and therefore, your subconscious mind is the one that gets impacted the most. This, of course, gets impacted, but your subconscious mind, which is where 90% of your hard disk power resides, that gets shattered. Because this, I don't know how many of you have heard of affirmations. Has anybody in the class been exposed to affirmations, the technology of affirmations, which psychologists use? This
Yes,
generation,
sir.
huh?
I
Yes,
know
sir.
about affirmation.
Affirmations you know about. What are these affirmations? They are positive statements that you keep telling yourself. I am a strong man. I am a healthy man. And when you are doing affirmations, they ask you, just don't say it in words. Create emotions about it and feel it. Isn't it?
Yes, sir. That's right.
The fact is, when you feel it, what is happening? You are programming your subconscious mind through affirmations. And whatever, you are suddenly feeling low on energy. Huh? You come up with affirmations. Close your eyes. Start saying, I am feeling good. I am feeling strong. I am feeling energetic. And try to get the feeling. Get the feeling. करके देखना. धीरे धीरे धीरे. Do it 3 times in a day. You will see your subconscious mind is going to trigger those chemicals in the brain. Your brain oozes out the chemicals. It tells the body to release those chemicals. Your body is a powerhouse. It's an amazing creation of God. Fantastic machine. Humans can't make it. Robots बनाए हैं, लेकिन they cannot come anywhere near it. Our internal systems are working even when we are asleep. And you don't even know how many cells are dying every time and new cells are coming every time, every day. We are a fantastic creation. We don't think about it. First, know our body, know our soul. What powerhouse we are having. Right? So, this is what we are going to create and how we create a subconscious mind which is powerful. Once we understand this technology, we will create our own mind superbly powerful. But the prerequisites are practicing the positives in our life to create that positive energy in the soul, right? So since I promised you we say when we like a music, the corporate life is pretty much like the music composer, the corporate leader's life. Okay, so I'm just going to play this very popular music which was composed 55 years ago. In fact, Ennio Morricone, who was an Italian composer, he died, I think, just a few years ago, maybe recently, I think. But this music has been used in Tom and Jerry when you were children. It has been used in several advertisements. And this is an actual composition of the orchestra And I want you, when you are listening, when you are watching, I want you to very critically evaluate it as to what qualities, what attributes, what corporate principles are seen, are getting manifested in creation of this beautiful piece. Because your corporate leader's life, if he has to be an effective leader, a sought after leader who demands crores of salary, then he has to practice in everyday life. So, what are those corporate ingredients, principles that you find are in play in this musical composition? Okay? Have you understood, Shraddha?
So,
We say whenever we listen to a music, we say it is very soulful, or we say it was music for the soul. Soul loves music. But what are the attributes of the music that the soul loves? Try to put in the chat box when you are after listening, watch it very carefully. This is a piece of music you have grown up listening to. Okay? So here we start. Was this music soulful? Are you guys there?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
They put it in the chat box.
Okay, let's see the chat box. What are the parallels we can draw? Why do you think it was soulful? What are the ingredients? First of all, just imagine how this music must have gotten created. Where was this music earlier? How did it get created? I want you to think and put it up on the chat box. Who's the composer? Are you all tired? Ennio Morricone, yes. So this music was existing somewhere. Where was it existing? Deepali?
Yes, sir. So I like the starting 10 seconds, 10-15 seconds.
That
That's when it caught my eyes and ears.
Yeah, no, there are a lot of things that you have missed in the music, which are corporate principles, which are also spiritual ingredients that make the music soulful. And those ingredients are practiced in the corporate world. Because remember the success of this music, 55 years. And this music has created the maximum royalty. This is one of the pieces that has created huge royalty for different users. Huge amount of royalty. If you know the music business, then you should know that whatever piece of music that people create and anybody who uses, you have to pay money. So I would like to give you a homework, which is what were the ingredients, which are the similar ingredients that we use, that the corporate leader also uses in the corporate setup to create success. And these ingredients are the same ingredients which your soul loves, which your inner world loves. So please take it as a homework and we will discuss it tomorrow. Tomorrow we have a session, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So let's try. We will start the session at 10 a.m. Discipline, please. Do you want it at 10:15 only? Then we'll keep it 10:15. But please respect my time also. What time you want to start?
So we
So
can
10
start
means
at 10.
But 10 means 10 we'll start.
Yes, sir.
yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Great. Meantime, I would like you to come in at 9:45 and in the chat box, I would like you to put in the ingredients, the attributes that you saw in this composition at play, which are similar to the attributes we discussed, which are going to create a strong inner world and therefore strong mind. And the same attributes are in play that you see in the corporate setup that makes corporates go on to build big brands. Okay, that's your homework. Thank you. We can stop recording now, Shraddha, and I will stop share and I'll end the meeting unless somebody has questions. I don't think you all have any questions, right?
No, sir.
Okay. You should have questions, okay? That's a CEO trait. Siraf, getting salary as a dream, nahi, practice the right things. Your mind should be inquisitive, curious. Okay? Think about questions, come up with interactive questions in the next session. Let's learn more from your experiences, beta, because that is where you are going to empower yourselves. Okay? My coming and giving you a one-way talk is not the best way of empowerment. Okay? Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. God bless.